Without objection, that will be done. Let me recognize Ms. Fullilove.
Thank you so very much, Chair. I got to the committee meeting this morning maybe about 5-7 minutes after, and I understand that the ABC was heard. I guess in the 2 or 3 minutes I didn't make it there. But I asked you, President Collins, in our last meeting, I'd like to see the number of Memphians that have been hired, and now you're bringing it to me. Thank you very much. If you bear with me 1 second, Mr. Chair. 45 new hires. 6 in May, 9 in June, 3 in July, 13 in August, 6332. 159 hires, 100 locals currently working. I guess the other 159 just couldn't make it. ABC job announcement flyers are still posted at MLGW facilities. Job posted on Facebook. All right. So do you think that's sufficient, Mr. President?
ABC made a commitment to City Council to hire approximately 6 local employees each month, beginning back in May, and they have kept very close to that commitment. They've hired 45 in that time period, and of course, when you hire them, you've got to put them through training and whatnot, but they've made a good effort to keep that commitment.
Yeah, well, I understand what you're saying. They only hired 2 in the month of December, even though December is not gone, but only 3 in November and 3 in October. I'm just asking you, do you think that is sufficient?
If you look in the next segment, there's currently 135 people working. 100 of those are local, and 23 are employees of the subcontractor Bean and Prince.
And those are the individuals from South America?
No, ma'am.
Where are they from?
The H-2B workers are from South America or Central America.
Central America.
And currently that's at 0. I would expect that number might go back up in the spring when work picks back up, but right now it's 0.
So excuse me, so you're telling me that they have gone back to South America? I mean, Central America.
What I know is that they're not working on our project currently and have not been for several weeks.
So you don't know whether they're still here or they've gone back to Central America. That's what I'm saying. You're saying...
I have a representative from ABC here, and he can answer that question.
Thank you.
Kevin Blunt, 2733 Witten Road. Okay. And the question?
The question is, it sounds like a song. The question is, the Central American employees, are they still here or are they gone back to Central America?
The visas run from March 1st to November 30th. All the guys left the week prior to Thanksgiving and have gone back to Central America.
So, as Mr. President just stated, they more than likely will start working in the spring. So that means you're going to bring them back for work in the spring.
Yes, that is a possibility.
Even though, okay, let me ask you, why are you bringing them back in spring?
Pardon me?
Why?
Because they have experience.
I mean, I know it doesn't take a rocket scientist to become a tree trimmer. So, and I know that in this area, in Memphis and Shelby County, you should be able to find tree trimmers.
This past year, since May, we've reached out to 180 people. Of those 80, we were only able to get 60 to fill out applications. Of those, we hired 45. Since we've started the project in Memphis, we have hired over 300 people in the city of Memphis. Of those, we have 100 left.
Do you realize that there are thousands of people that are out of work here in the city of Memphis, and
Yes,
just
ma'am, I
putting
do.
up flyers inside an MLG&W satellite office is not going to reach the masses of people, and putting it on Facebook is not going to reach the masses of people. My only point, sir, and I'm not trying to berate you at all, because I know you run a business and you want to get paid for your business and you look for quality workers for your business. My only concern is, do you think everything has been done? All areas have been utilized. All avenues have been gone down. All streets have been swept to look for possible hires here in Memphis instead of the 300, and instead of putting flyers in the satellite offices. That's all I'm asking.
I mean, there's always room for improvement,
Yes, sir.
but we do have to have some skilled labor. Actually, the majority of our labor needs to be skilled labor. That's why we agreed that we would hire 5 to 10 people a month and work those in with our skilled
Right.
labor. These people that we have from South America, they've been here, or Central America, have been here for 2 years. They are skilled labor.
They've
know
been
the
here
job.
2 years.
Excuse me, Ms. Fullilove, your time is up, unless someone else is going to give you additional
Wait a
time.
minute, Mr. Chairman.
All right,
Hold
Mr.
on.
Ford is giving you an additional 2 minutes.
Just 1 minute, 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
You say they've been here 2 years.
2 cycles.
How many came?
I believe we had 50 the first year and 50 the second year.
And so out of the 100 or so that you have already that are being trained, perhaps you won't need that 50 if you have a sufficient number by the spring. Is that true?
Well, we're always going to need skilled labor, and we're always going to try to hire locally.
All right. Thank you so very much, Councilman Ford, Dr. Ford. Mr. Chairman, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Fullilove. Ms. Halbert.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Very quick questions. Quite some time ago, I asked, had we contacted the Workforce Investment Network?
Yes, they have.
You have. Have you hired? How many individuals through when
They have
have you
sent
hired?
us.
Can you speak into the mic, please?
They have sent us over 40 people. Well, they contacted 40 plus people for interviews, and of the 40 they contacted to interview, I believe 8 showed up for interviews, and we offered jobs to about 6 of them. We had one that was disqualified. He disqualified himself because of a personal issue. I had another one that declined a job because he saw what the crews actually had to do, what the workers actually had to do, the work they had to perform, and he declined, saying he could not perform the job duties.
And so are you now suggesting that in lieu of just continuing to go through the normal HR processes, which would include reaching back out to WIN and, publicly publicizing these jobs, whether it's through local radio, television, or whatever, are you saying that you're just going to bring those other individuals back, or what's
No,
your plan?
we are going to continue hiring locally, but I cannot hire 200 people tomorrow and safely and sufficiently trim the trees for Memphis Light, Gas, and Water around the power lines.
Well, I
That's
guess.
why we had said that we would hire.
So how long did it take you to train the individuals from, where are they from?
Central America.
Central America, because I'm just struggling so hard because our money keeps leaving our city. This is just a struggle. How long did it take you to train them?
It varies. There's groundman training, trimmer training.
I mean, are they getting trained in Central America and
No,
then being
ma'am.
brought over?
No.
Because I think the concern that I have, we continue to tell everyone in government our money in the city of Memphis is walking out of our city. We need our money to stay in our city. And so it is now December, and you said you're going to need